Here in Germany, the government has announced a €7 billion corporate tax relief package to boost the flagging economy. New polls show nearly 3/4 of Germans are unhappy with Chancellor Olaf Scholz's administration. The cabinet is currently holding a 2-day retreat outside Berlin.
One after the other, Germany's cabinet ministers arrived in the Brandenburg countryside. After a series of very public rows, it's time for a family therapy session behind closed doors. Chancellor Olaf Scholz kicked off the meeting with a few words of encouragement.
Our track record for last year and this year is good, and it would be good, of course, if everyone contributed to that with their communication in the future.
So instead, it was time to fight it out away from the cameras. For weeks, ministers had been arguing over an economic growth package. But all's well that ends well. In a sign of unity, ministers agreed on tax breaks for businesses worth €7 billion.
It's not about a broad-based economic stimulus package. That wouldn't be necessary. It would even be wrong in view of current inflation levels. But we have to set impulses so that the potential that's undoubtedly present in the economy is used.
That still leaves other issues on the table, including a proposed electricity price cap for specific industries. The Chancellor himself still needs to be convinced.
Emily Gordine filed this report and joins us now for more. Emily, a meeting at a tense time. What can you tell us about what went on behind the scenes?
Yeah, so this meeting in Meseberg is happening against the backdrop of poor polling. It's happening against the backdrop of a lot of arguments and a slowing economy. So right now at Meseberg, what they're trying to do, or what they've tried to do today, is to kill two birds with one stone for now. So they've settled an argument, and that meant paving the way for billions worth of tax breaks for businesses that's hopefully going to spur the economy. Now, of course, this is not going to settle bad opinion polls overnight, and the government also still needs to solve the problem of, is it going to introduce a price cap for an energy price cap for energy-intensive industries? So I think it's safe to say that the government still has a long way to go.
A long way to go, because there has been a lot of infighting in the coalition. Where does all this friction come from?
So this government is a three-way coalition government made out of the Social Democrats, the Greens and the business-friendly Free Democrats. Now, these parties are all very different, but the biggest differences can be seen between the Greens and the Free Democrats, because they have a very different approach when it comes to the role of the state and the role of the market, with the Greens emphasising the role of the state more, and the Free Democrats emphasising the role of the market. And that means they have pretty disagreeing views when it comes to economic policy, environmental policy, social policy. So that's where a lot of the friction is coming from. And to add on top of that, they carry out these fights really in public because they want to signal to their voters that, hey, we are still fighting for the policies that we promised you, or that we say we told you we stand for. The problem is the Germans don't like all this public fighting. It's leading to a lot of frustration, and that's unfortunately for them reflected in the polls.
Emily Gordine, thank you.